Most people think the $550 billion US-Japan deal is about trade. It's not. It's about where power, economic and literal, will sit over the next decade. When headlines say Japan is investing $550 billion in the United States, it sounds like a traditional trade agreement. Tariffs go down, exports go up, everyone shakes hands. But look at what's actually being built. The first major projects aren't retail expansions or auto plants, they're energy infrastructure. A massive natural gas power facility in Ohio, export terminals along the Gulf Coast, industrial material production tied to advanced manufacturing. That's not random, that's strategic. To understand why, start with a simple shift happening in the US economy. Electricity is becoming a constraint. AI data centers, semiconductor fabrication, advanced manufacturing, and electrified industry are consuming power at levels the existing grid wasn't designed for. For years, the US economy optimized for efficiency and services. Now it's pivoting back toward heavy infrastructure and digital computation at scale. That requires energy density and reliability. Natural gas plants, especially large-scale ones, provide stable baseload power. They don't rely on weather patterns, they can support industrial loads, and they can be deployed relatively quickly compared to nuclear. So when Japan commits tens of billions into American energy capacity, it isn't just investing in the US, it's securing a position inside the next phase of US industrial growth. Cause and effect. Cause: the US wants to expand AI, advanced manufacturing, and domestic production. Effect: it needs more power and physical infrastructure. Implication: allies with capital can embed themselves directly into that infrastructure. That's the shift. In previous decades, global trade was about supply chains stretching across borders. Today, strategic partnerships are about co-owning capacity within borders. Instead of just exporting cars or electronics into the US, Japan is placing capital directly into American soil, power plants, terminals, industrial facilities. That changes the relationship. It moves from transactional to structural. There's also a second layer. By encouraging Japanese investment at scale, the US reduces tariff pressure while deepening alignment with a key ally in Asia. In a world shaped by competition over technology, energy, and critical materials, capital flows become geopolitical signals. When Japan commits $550 billion over time, it signals long-term confidence in US stability, demand, and policy direction. And from Japan's perspective, it diversifies exposure. Instead of relying solely on exports to the US, it participates directly in the returns generated by US infrastructure expansion. So this isn't charity, and it's not symbolism, it's mutual positioning. The US secures energy capacity and strategic investment. Japan secures embedded access to the world's largest consumer and innovation market. Now, step back. If AI becomes the backbone of productivity growth, and AI requires massive electricity, then whoever builds and controls the energy layer beneath it holds leverage. That's why the first tranche of projects matters more than the headline number. It shows where priorities actually are, not consumer goods, not short-term stimulus, energy, materials, industrial capacity, concrete and steel before code and software, and once infrastructure is built, it's not easily reversed. Power plants last decades, export terminals shape trade routes, industrial facilities anchor regional economies. That's why this deal isn't just about what happens this year, it's about the next 20. If you strip away the politics and headlines, what remains is simple. The global economy is reorganizing around energy security, AI infrastructure, and resilient supply chains. The US and Japan are choosing to anchor that reorganization together. So when you hear $550 billion trade deal, translate it differently. It's not about moving goods across borders. It's about deciding where the foundations of the next economic cycle will be built. And once those foundations are poured, everything else rises on top of them.